Hi everyone, this is Jerome Wright again here. And what I have here is a popular image that actually is a glyph of from Egypt, and basically it became popular because ancient alien theorists want us to believe that they theorize that this is an Egyptian light bulb. Okay, meaning that yeah, I guess it's an illumination device. Alright, however, I'm telling you right now, people, that that's absolutely wrong. Okay? And through my paranormal experience encounter, I know exactly what this is. And I'm going to share with you, and I'm going to debunk them, and this will probably be the fourth time that I actually debunked them, successfully debunked them. I'm going to do it here convincingly as well, too, but with the tomb lid of Lord Bacall, they're wrong on that, about that being a space device. About the Christ image by Gelder, which actually is supposed to have the UFO up in the background, and the Madonna image with the baby Giovanni with the same similar image. I've actually debunked them on that, and now this here, I'm going to debunk them, okay? And I'll probably end up doing, I did the video on Christ by Gelder, so you can find that here on my Geronification channel, and the Madonna with the baby Giovanni image. I did that, so those two are here, and I have to do the tomb lid with the Lord Bacall, okay, to show you that that is not a spaceship or flight device that Lord Bacall is actually in. It's actually a genetic manipulation process, and it shows you how Lord Bacall actually was genetically created. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead with this video and debunk them and show you. Now, I don't have nothing against ancient alien theorists. I think it's a wonderful program, and I think the group of people that actually put together that led by I forget his name, Eric Van Daniken. All right, so I think that they're wonderful people. So I just want to bring the truth out, people, to what I can do and the reality and what is around us. That's it. That's all I'm doing here. I don't have nothing against nobody. Okay, so. Again, here we go. I'm going to just explain some of the basics here with you. It shows you the building block of life. This building block of life came from a celestial object that entered our world, okay, i.e. Matter from space, okay, and I showed you already in a video where it's actually being created at, okay. I'm not going to go back into detail again because I only have a few minutes here in the video, okay. These building blocks from space sent into our world in the form of seeds, microorganisms sprouted into that of life of what we are today. This is shown by the stem and the flower, which is here. It shows you that these seeds of life would actually created man. Now, through these seeds of life, okay, when man was created, it shows you that the celestial snake is how this life form is being continued and being manipulated, okay? Now notice that there is a flower in the man's hand here. The flower actually comes to the man, attaches the man's hand here. And the snake has these wavy lines. It shows you the ladder. It creates the ladder, almost like in the Mayan temple, where there is steps showing you that when the sun hits it, that it's almost like the snake is moving. It shows you the manipulations, the levels of manipulations in which this reptilian bloodline actually had been manipulated within mankind genetics. Okay, now the hook staff shows you that it turns back at a certain point and is being reintroduced back into itself. That's what this is all about. Now, and then it shows you, at the levels and process of where the manipulations took place and so forth and so with. Now, do I have proof of this? Yes, I have proof of this. Oh, by the way, where it turns around at, let me show you here. You'll see where there's an object here, almost seem like upside down legs, but their head, but it shows you that it's taken from out of the middle and brought back out at one point, and then it turns around. These genetics, okay? Now, do I have proof of this? Yeah, I have proof of this. If this is what I say it is, then I can actually show you, demonstrate the same exact thing from another Egyptian image, right? Yeah, I can. Here it is, people. I'm going to take you to the flower in the man's hand and the staff. Look, people. Here we go, right here. There's the bent staff, and there's the flower leaf right there. Look at the snake right there, and it shows you the genetic bridging. Okay, look at the hooks, people. Look at the hook staff showing you that these genetics. And look on the other end. Look how the monkey, reptilian-like monkey, how the tail of the snake is actually tied in with that of the reptilian-like monkey right there. The same exact image, people, and it shows you through the genetic manipulation of our kind, which actually came into the creation of mankind. All of these references, people, reference how we were created. Okay, there's nothing alien about this. This is just straight common sense. Okay, it's just amazing that the Egyptologists didn't see this. It's amazing that this thing can be taken and stretched out of proportion and for what it really actually is, when all of the facts are right there before our eyes. People, everything that I have discovered is always interlinking everything. Whether it's in China, whether it's in Japan, our world is based on the creators from the same origin. Okay, it can all be read, and the beauty in all of this is that what separates these what brings these language barriers together is images. Images do not lie, people. They do not lie. You do not have to be able to read none of this to understand what is actually happening in the image. I have taken it from the beginning of time, which is before this. I can read into the catacomb images. Before that stone artwork, it all says the same exact thing. You can take that and then put it into format to read what this is. It lets you know at what stages these bridgings took place with these reptilian creatures to actually create our kind. Okay? And people, we were distorted, we were deceived, and a lot of it has to do with what is going on today. It is still taking place today. These genetic manipulations are still going on today, people. Look at this. There's no denying what is here. Look at the hook staff. Look at the flower at the man's hand, people. Look. Shows you the life forms up underneath, okay? The columns showing you at what stages that these manipulations took place. There's the building block of life. Here, people, the same exact thing. They're standing on the building block of life right there, people. The same exact thing. Look at the snake coming out of the building block of life right here. Look, showed you the tail of the snake coming out of the building block of life right there. People, look. The same exact thing. The tail of the snake, the tail of the flower coming out. There's the snake coming from the flower. It's the same, attached to the block, letting you know that these are the founding stones that created mankind. Now over here, look at the man attached to the slab. Look at the hook staff, people. Look at the flower leaf. There's the snake, okay? And then look at the hooks, showing you that these are attached. Genetic points from where the manipulation took place. And look, bridging, genetic bridging, look. It's showing you genetic bridging at what point of the evolutionary point of the snake. Reptilian, look, that the life forms were created. That DNA was taking, reptilian genetics were taking from the ancestry of this creature, which actually, not just the snake, but that of which what the snake evolved from. Okay, all of these people is in record. At stages you have different reptilians. That this is telling you that at different stages, you have the dinosaur. You have the Triceratops. It's letting you know at the stages that these genetics were taken from. Birds came from dinosaur. It's letting you know, people, at all of these turtles. It's letting you know all these different stages. And it just doesn't stop there, but their ancestors. It lets you know that these genetics that are introduced represents the whole genetic ancestral line of these creatures. Not just the snake. You have to look past the snake. When you look at the snake, you have to see all of the ancestry of these reptilian beings that actually were introduced into our world. And people, that's what this is telling you. Okay? That's what all of this is telling you. This is not no Egyptian light bulb. Look at the hook again, people. Look at the flower. Look at the hook again, people on the staff. Look at the flower. Look at this snake, letting you know that these genetics were not only introduced to our planet, but they're turned back into each other, and they're being manipulated, and people know what they were. Now, I'm running out of time here, so I'm going to make this quick. Now, let me show you from a 1940 image. I'm going to show you what this looks like. I'm going to show you what this looks like in our modern time. Who is that? This is a 1940 image, okay? I got to go through this quick. That's the Tinkerbell. This is the Disney Castle. That's Walt Disney, image of Walt Disney. And this is an image of Salvador Dali. Look, people, it is my position that Salvador Dali, I found Salvador Dali first, to have knowledge of our celestial alien creators. It's depicted all in his work and referenced in his artwork. And trailing him in his artwork, I discovered that him and Disney made an art collaboration, and this is it. Here, people, you have a tongue. Here, people, this represents sperm, right here, semen. Okay, it represents a new semen and an old semen, which is our ancient genetics. It shows you that there's a manipulation. Now, you have these organs here, and secretions, okay, from that creates genetics. There's actually that furthers genetic processes. Okay, now look at Salvador Dali's neck, how it is actually stretched like that of the serpent. And look, people, the genetic bridging. Look at the bridges. Until finally it shows you that Salvador Dali's genetics had gotten to the point to where there was a turning point, an evolutionary process where our manipulation, he had reached his height, his peak, and had overcame ancient genetics. That's what this is all about. I have this in further detail on my Alien UFOs site. Walt Disney is founded on that of celestial alien origins. It's in their cartoon animations. It's in their products. I found it to be, people. It's in everything. I mean, I would not be saying this. Walt Disney is larger than life. I could be shut down, in a heartbeat. I'm telling you, people, because the very products that are in your children's rooms and all that have this. Look at this, people. Look at this. Look at the car. What is the message behind this? Look at this. Other than what I'm telling you. Look. This is sperm right here, people. There's a tongue. It's letting you know that sperm touches the tongue. Look at the genetic bridges here. This is a collaboration between Walt Disney and Salvador Dali. Salvador Dali is if you see some of his artwork, is a madman. If you see some of his artwork and it shows you things, I wish I had it up here and all. In fact, I might be able to real quick. Oh gosh, let me see if I can find something real quick before this video actually runs out here. I wonder if I have something. You should see some of Salvador Dali's artwork, people, on what he has in his artwork. Oh gosh, if I can go here quick enough. I don't have it here. I'm going to have to do a thing on him now. Let me see if I can get that up there before. He has women with dildo. Oh, here you go, right here. I'm going to help and get that in here before this video time runs out. I'm going to show you something, people. How Salvador Dali, where Salvador Dali's mind is at. He has women with dildos and everything else in his artwork. I'm going to get, if I can get, here. I'm going to put this up real quick and then I'm going to close the video out. Look, people. This is the artwork of Salvador Dali. Women with dildos going up into their butt. People, I know what all of this represents. Look, here's another one of Salvador Dali's work. Again with the dildos And he has a Pope there. People, genetic bridging. I can read into all of this. I have to go right now because I just ran out of time. Okay? People, the Egyptian light bulb, that theory is out. Thank you. I appreciate it.